Hey guys, Sean Terry here, flip2freedom.com. This is day 3 of my nectar juice cleanse. It's actually been phenomenal. So if you have nectar in your area, do the advanced 5-day juice cleanse. And it's actually phenomenal. Anyway, so what I want to talk about today is what happens, right, when circumstances literally knock you off your tracks, right? Circumstances knock you off your tracks. It's how do you handle the circumstances that really derail you. So recently, and I'll tell you what happened to me, and probably about a year and a half ago, I hired 2 acquisition sales reps. We call them property consultants. So we hired 2 property consultants, and it was roughly in May, and they worked May, they worked June, and I was in California at my beach house in July, came back at the beginning of August, and they worked through August, right? So May through August, they were working. Obviously, we're generating a ton of leads, making a ton of appointments, and they literally maybe got 2 contracts that entire time, 2 sales reps. And I was paying them. I actually I brought them on. I spent some time in May training them, working with them, investing in them. Well, what I found out is they were literally just there for the $1,500 every 2 weeks. That's all they were there for. They didn't care about the commission. They just wanted to get paid the $1,500 every 2 weeks. Now, which obviously that's not the type of person you want. You want someone that's going to go out and crush it and want to make more than that. But I made 2 really, really bad hires at that time, and it cost me $378, not only with the money that I paid them, with the appointments that they went on, with the leads that we generated, with the contracts and the opportunities that we didn't get, roughly about $378 in a span of May to August in that time frame. So I was pissed. I mean, I was mad. I was so mad at myself. I was mad at them. I was just mad at the whole thing. I was, was it the lead managers? Was it the leads coming in? I was mad, right? And see, we got 2 choices when things happen to us. Now, it could be personal, where there's, I've had personal things completely derail me completely. I've had business things that completely derail me. And it's how we handle ourselves during those circumstances is what defines us. So for an example, right, in this particular example, I lost $378. I was so bitter. I was so mad at the sales rep. I was so mad at, them for what they were doing, for not following up, I found out, and one of the sales reps, property consultants we hired, it was during this whole Pokemon Go craze. She was driving all across town, playing Pokemon Go all day long and blowing off appointments, not going on appointments. And what happened was, I found out that she was posting on Facebook and all this stuff. Finally, I found this out. I was mad. So we have 2 choices when these massive circumstances happen to us and derail us. We either have a choice to be bitter, pissed off, mad at the world, mad at people, be pissed off, or we can get better. Right? You can get bitter or you can get better. That's your choice. It's how we frame what happens. The circumstances that happen in our life, we have that choice, bitter or better. So let me ask you a question. When circumstances happen and things are tough and things are bad and things suck, are you looking on bitter and blaming everybody else for the problem, looking external, right? Or do we look in and we say, hey, how can I get better in this situation? So here's what happened as a result of me reframing it. Instead of being bitter, I decided to become better. And that's how we came up with our whole compliance call. Well, and now Compliance Call has been a huge, massive impact in the wholesaling industry for all our board members, billionaire board members, everyone that's, using it. A Compliance Call is every single Friday. We have one of our lead managers. We got 3 of them. Our lead managers call all the appointments for the previous week. And they're calling these appointments and they're saying, okay, hey, did the sales rep show up on time? Did the property consultant show up on time? How would you rate them on a scale of 1 to 10? When did they make you an offer? Why didn't you accept the offer? And a series of questions in a compliance call that happens every Friday for the previous week appointments. Now, what happens with this is, first off, you know if someone is showing up on an appointment on time, right? You know if they're making offers. You know on how they rate them on a scale 1 to 10. You know if they're following up correctly. You know what a sales rep is doing. And what it does, it not only gives us the ability to get contracts from sellers, right? Because we've had people where, yeah, maybe an offer is a little bit too low. Say, great, where do you need to be to get this deal done? And they say, well, 150. And the sales rep the property consultant offered 145. Well, guess what? 5,000 away. We can get that contract and get it done. And we've got contracts through the compliance calls, and it's increased our revenue, increased our business. So not only does it great to get contracts, number two, it's great to really keep your property consultants, sales reps accountable. They will show up on time. Guess what? And we review them. I sit down and review them every Friday. We go through and we review all those. And they know Friday we're going to meet and we're going to go through all those things. And they do not want to have a bad review. Now, if they got great reviews, we congratulate them and we're excited for them. But if they have a bad review, we're going to discuss it and make sure it doesn't happen again, right? And if I would have done that with these two bad hires that I had, guess what? I would have found out almost immediately that they weren't going on the appointments. They weren't, they weren't actually doing what they were supposed to do. So the result was I decided right there to get better, and through getting better, created basically a system, and that system in place allowed us to not only generate tons of revenue. So here's the thing. Is that you look at certain situations and you go, hey, that, yes, might have cost me $378,000, but what did it do in the future? It made tons of money, tons of success in future, kept guys better. And also I got better at the hiring process, and I hire really slow now. And I fire quickly, especially if I find out if someone's not doing that well. So the bottom line is this, is make a choice. When you have circumstances happen to you, you have a decision. You could get better. You could get bitter and get mad at the world, get mad at everybody else, or you can look internally and you could get better and say, you know what, how can I get better in this situation? And I guarantee that will make a massive, massive difference in your business. And then you'll reframe how every bad thing happens to you, and which is incredibly important. So I hope this helps. Hope this makes for a good day. Today is Wednesday Wisdom. We're starting a new series. We get Tactical Tuesday, Wednesday Wisdom. Thursday we're coming up with someone. Friday we're coming up with something. So I hope this definitely helps you. So have a phenomenal Wednesday, and take care and God bless.